Coming up on CityView, Mayor Adler shares the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead for Austin. Young people turn out for a city-sponsored job fair and a workshop to address mobility issues and solutions. Hi, and thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Carol Barish. CodeNext, the city's initiative to revise the Land Development Code, has reached another milestone. After many months of collaboration with the community, consultants, and city staff, a first draft of the new code has been released. A recent public celebration of this milestone at the Palmer Events Center provided an opportunity to hear firsthand about some of the key elements of the draft code, talk with code writers, and engage with the code advisory group.
A recent public celebration of this milestone at the Palmer Events Center provided an opportunity to hear firsthand about some of the key elements of the draft code, talk with code writers, and engage with the code advisory group.
And so this is part of our mission here, to be here to talk to people and listen to what they have to say.
Make room for more affordable housing, really affordable.
Austin residents came not only with questions, but with anticipation of future progress on the code.
I think probably the most important part of it will be when the maps come out so that the neighborhoods can see literally how the codes are going to be in their neighborhoods.
This CodeNext event marks just the beginning of a year of conversation and feedback from the community.
So there's plenty of time for changes to be made. If there's something you don't like in this draft, it's important for people to comment. If you find conflicts or things that are not clear, it's important to bring that to our attention. So I would encourage people to look at this document with the idea that it is a first draft of what may be 3 or 4 drafts, and that it is important to try to help move it along and make it better.
The evening's celebration was wrapped up with a call to action by Mayor Steve Adler.
And there is an entire city, an entire community that are looking at us as the people that will work through this process. Because this process is the next most important thing that we could possibly do to ensure that our city is preserved as a special and magical place.
This marks the beginning of a year of conversation and feedback from the community. There are many ways to get involved, from public meetings and online surveys to office hours for individual conversations. Learn about all the ways you can get involved at austintexas.gov/CodeNext. The City Council recently discussed concerns that donations to local nonprofits may decline due to Austin Resource Recovery's new curbside service to collect clothing and housewares. The new curbside service is intended to collect an estimated 3,300 tons of clothing that Austin curbside customers place in their trash bins each year. The service is provided by Simple Recycling, which is a for-profit company that sells material to communities outside of Austin. City officials encourage residents to continue donating to charitable causes. Donating items to local nonprofits supports many health and human services programs for residents, such as job training, drug rehabilitation programs, and school clothing drives, just to name a few. Purchasing used goods at local charities or thrift shops is another way to support local efforts and contribute to Austin's zero waste goal. Austin Resource Recovery is beginning a public education effort to ensure that residents know all their options for keeping clothing and housewares out of the landfill, including donating to local charities and using the new curbside service. City officials are working with local nonprofits and Simple Recycling and will report back to the City Council within 6 months. The City of Austin will begin an education awareness campaign to inform people looking for employment and businesses on what the Fair Chance Ordinance is and what people's rights are, as well as employers' responsibilities. City Council member Greg Kassar hosted this informational public service announcement that highlights what the Fair Chance hiring is and the overall benefits to the community.
The Austin City Council passed the Fair Chance Hiring Ordinance in 2016. Employers covered by the Fair Chance Hiring Ordinance include private employers with 15 or more employees.
It's designed to help members of our community who have conviction histories have a fair shot at getting the jobs they're qualified for.
Employers that are covered by the ordinance are prohibited from publishing or asking about criminal history or failing to hire an applicant because of their criminal history. Also, those employers are required to remove questions about criminal history from employment applications and make a conditional employment offer before soliciting criminal history information.
Fair chance hiring is a great benefit to people looking for work and their families, but it's also so critical for our community as a whole. We're all safer when people who are coming back from the criminal justice system have a chance at working rather than getting stuck in a cycle of having to go back to jail. Also, when we expand economic opportunity for those folks having trouble getting employment, that improves the economy and the vibrancy of the city for everyone.
Private employers are required to remove from their applications any questions that solicit the criminal history of individuals seeking employment.
The City Council has passed this ordinance, but it's up to people in the community to make its benefits real. So I'm proud to announce that we are participating in an education campaign so that people looking for work as well as businesses know their rights and responsibilities under the ordinance. So if you want to learn more, go to austintexas.gov/fairchancehiring or call 311.
The Austin Transportation Department and Cap Metro's Project Connect are hosting Traffic Jam, a mobility solutions workshop for Central Texans. The community is invited to the Bullock Texas State History Museum on Saturday, March 4th from 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. to make their voices heard on both projects. Attendees will also hear from community and political leaders on transportation concerns and solutions and engage with the project managers for both Project Connect and the ASMP. Can't make it at 8:30? Don't worry. From 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., the event will be open house style, meaning you're welcome to come and go as you'd like. For more information, visit austintexas.gov/ASMP. The city's Youth Council recently hosted the 4th annual Youth Career Fest at Palmer Events Center, which attracted more than 2,000 students and 150 vendors. The event provides a forum for Austin area businesses and organizational representatives to talk with students about career opportunities and internships. The annual student-focused event is free and open to all area high school students as well as others in the community. For more information, visit austintexas.gov/kids. Mayor Steve Adler, Austin City Council member Delia Garza, and other officials from the City of Austin and Travis County joined together in Del Valle with HEB and community leaders to launch a new website and announce progress in one of the Spirit of East Austin efforts focus areas, health and wellness. An interactive new website is now live for community updates and involvement, and a major partnership with community corporate leader HEB was announced to address one of the top concerns in the Del Valle area: access to healthy food.
In a city as prosperous as Austin, Texas, no child or family should struggle to gain access to healthy and affordable food, and our working class families that are the backbone of our community should be able to enjoy the simple benefit of a close and convenient grocery store.
HEB purchased a 17-acre site at the southeast corner of FM 973 and Highway 71. As HEB continues to evaluate the location as a potential site, the grocer has immediate plans to become part of the solution to food access issues in Del Valle. Mayor Steve Adler recently gave the annual State of the City address to a packed City Hall. In the address, he spoke of the progress made in 2016 and about the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead for our city in 2017.
So just as we can see our skyline rise over what used to be a sleepy college town and still recognize the spirit and soul of Austin everywhere we look, the world can completely lose its mind and we're still going to be Austin, Texas.
To view the full State of the City address, visit atxn.tv. That's it for this edition of CityView. I'm your host, Carol Barish. Our next episode premieres on February 27th. Thanks for watching.